Hello, everyone. I'm Deanne Castro, and I'm from Bakersfield, California. I'm a Creative Memories advisor. And if you have not seen my channel before, I like to focus on scrapbook borders, but I have been showing you some pages as well. I like to come up with the border ideas, but the pages are a little hard for me, so I'm using a lot of the Creative Memories project recipes, stuff like that. So if you like what you see and you would like to join my Facebook group, just go ahead and head on over to Let's Scrapbook with Tian and request to join, and I'll let you in. I try to show new products that's coming up, ideas from the virtual crops that I like. If I have time to scroll through those, I like to post those. And sometimes I post links to my YouTube videos as well. So go ahead and check it out and let me know if you'd like to join. If you do not have an advisor, you can find me at www.creativememories.com/user/Deanne Castro. And I'd be happy to help you out with whatever scrapbooking needs you may have. But like I said, if you have an advisor, you want to contact her first and get a hold of her because I know she works really hard for you to help you with that. Okay. If you're looking to do something on the side, start a scrapbooking business of your own, earn some extra money. I'm working towards doing this full time for retirement. Yeah, not going to be anytime real soon, but that's what I'm working on. So if you'd like to join my team, again, if you don't have an advisor to hook up with, get a hold of me and I'd be happy to tell you the various things that the perks of being an advisor. And it's also on my website if you'd like to check that out. So let's go to the scrapbook idea border that I've got to show you today. This is done with the new banner punch by Creative Memories. And it's a border punch, so it's the bigger one, bigger standalone punch. And I made two different types of borders with this, folding the paper. So this is one, and this is using a couple of different years of the graduation papers. And this one is using the Full of Wonder paper pack that we just came out with. So let me take that off so you can see it better. And I love this paper. It is so, so pretty. Lots of gorgeous colors in it. So this was folding the paper and then punching it a certain way. This one is using the graduation paper and punching it a different way. So we're still going to fold it and put it in the punch, but this is having the banner facing inward here instead of facing outward like these. So that's one, and here's another one. This one will go horizontal across the border. And I punched the paper twice and then added paper onto the back. This one also added another punched piece on the edges. So lots of different variations, lots of different ideas. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do first is we're going to cut the top piece. So this is a smaller banner. So whatever color you want on the top, you will do the smaller cut. Okay, I'm going to take out the straight blade, put in the scoring blade. And I'm going to score this at 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to score it at 1 1/4. You can't see the numbers on there. Because then I'm going to fold it and then we're going to put it in the punch. So, okay, I scored it. Now I'm going to put my straight blade in. And now I'm going to cut it at 2 inches. 2.5 inches. Sorry about that. 2.5 inches. That way it will have 1 1/4 inches on either side of the fold. So now I'm going to put a little bit of the repositionable tape on this to hold it down in the punch. That way it won't get hung up inside because it can tend to do that. Okay, so to do this one, okay, we're going to want this fold up against the back of this punch. And I put a piece of cardboard on either side of this. Actually, one side would be sufficient because it doesn't come all the way through to where you can see it, but I'll show you that in a minute. But this is a 1/4 inch piece of cardboard that I have adhered here with the repositionable tape, so it'll be easy to come off. But to punch this, I'm going to put the fold in first, so where it will go up to the back of the punch here. Okay. I'm going to line the paper up with this black line. Now, because the paper is not long enough to see it after I punched it in, put it in there, I'm going to hold it in place by putting my finger here right against this edge, and then I'm going to slide it back. Now, this piece being the smaller piece, I want to line it up right against that 1/4 inch piece, okay? Because I want the fold to be on here. I don't want it punching it all the way through. Okay, now I'm going to move it through, and I'm going to match it up on the other side to where all that blue is covered up. So see, it's got the pattern right here, and I want to cover up all of that blue right there. And again, keep it up against that 1/4 inch piece. Find the pattern again, push it up, and punch it. Now this very last piece, you can't see where it is. It's going to go in so far that you're going to lose track of the paper. So that's where this comes in handy. You're going to push this up and you're going to line it right where you can't see any more of the blue on either side. Okay, so see there's a little bit of blue there. Push it up, move it over, and make sure it's even right here. So hopefully it will be the right what's over here. Okay, now I didn't cut it exact, so I'm just going to trim up a couple areas here. Get this out of the way. And now I'm going to unfold this. A little bit of repositionable tape is holding it together, which is what I needed it to do because I did not want it to get stuck in the punch underneath because it can tend to do that. And then you have to start all over. That's no fun. Okay. So see, right here, this fold, it didn't punch it all the way through. And so that's going to be the way I want it on the border. Okay, now if I had put it in the punch the other way, where the fold is facing the outside, okay, I would put it in the punch, same way, line it up to the black line right there, push my finger in, and then it needs to go all the way to the back of the punch. So you would not need that 1/4 inch piece on here. Okay, so I'm going to punch it a bit over. Now this tends to get stuck a little bit on that cardboard piece, but I'm lining it up smooth. Moving it over all the way. Make sure it's up against the top there. And lined up on the blue. Now see, because it's shorter, some of that blue is not covered up, but that's because that fold is right there. Okay. You still line it up right there. I'm going to punch it all the way across. And again, you kind of lose the paper on the other side. So you have to kind of sort of guess where it's going to be. So you have to just line it up on that blue as evenly as you can. And punch. Okay, so when you do that with a fold on the bottom, then you end up with the banner pieces going to the inside. See? So that's the difference. Wherever you put that fold is how it's going to look when you've got it punched. Okay? So we've got the one. This one we scored at 1 1/4 inches. Now I'm going to take the next piece. This one I'm going to score at 1 3/8. So it's not a lot bigger, but it's going to be a little bit bigger on each side. Okay, so we did the 1 1/4, which was this line right here. I'm going to go 2 little tick marks over, right in between this 3 and the 4 here. So it's not quite 1 3/4. It's right in between. It's 1 3/8. Okay, so that's where I'm going to score this one. Okay, make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to score it again. And now this one, I'm going to cut at 2 1/4, or I'm sorry, 3/4, 2 3/4. So that you've got the 1 3/8 on each side. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a little bit of the repositionable tape on here. Fold it down. Now this one's a little trickier, okay? This one, I didn't do a 1/8 inch piece. This is a 1/4 inch piece. See the cardboard right there? So now when I put the paper in with the fold against the top, I'm just going to put it like right in the middle here and just estimate where the 1/8 inch is going to be. So again, I'm going to line it up with a black line, bring it back here, and then I'm going to put the paper up, but I'm not going to push it all the way to the back. I'm just going to put it to where there's like 1/8 of that cardboard still showing. Okay, so now I need to make sure I lined it up right with my finger here. Line it up, put it on top of that cardboard a little bit, and punch it. Now, if you wanted to do, you know, a 1/8 inch piece of the cardboard, you can do that. I'm just not. Oh, I punched it wrong. I didn't put the driver fold against the back. Okay, so I've got a new piece here. Just quickly recut it for sake of time. So now I'm gonna put this in, line it up, and put it up with the fold. Just about 1/8 of an inch there on that cardboard. To get it on there straight. punch over. It's a little tricky because that doesn't want to go up onto that cardboard over here. So pull it over, readjust it, move it back. There. So this one takes a little bit longer, a little bit of a fussy cutting to do on here. But it's worth it. I think it's totally worth getting it punched correctly. Yeah. Actually, you don't even need this piece on the other side because you don't use it to line anything up. So you can always take that off. You don't need that on there. Okay, then bring it on over. Put that up on the cardboard and get this lined up. Since it's the last one, you want to line it up right on the blue. There we go. Okay. About the little extra piece. Open it up. I'm going to cut through some of those, but that's okay because that's not going to show. It's going to be underneath. Okay. Now we're going to lay this one here, put some adhesive on it. And we're going to put this one on the top. So just add some adhesive on these so that they'll stick together. And then put these on the top. There we go. Doesn't it look pretty? I love that. I think that's so pretty. Okay, so the next piece is going to be a black piece. This one is black with gold dots. And that one is, where's my notes? This one's going to be about 2 5/8 inches. So it's just a little bit over 2.5. And the way you can kind of see it, that's where you want it, is just put this on top and see where the edges will be. Yeah, and 2 5/8 will be just about right. Okay. So a little over a half. Line it up straight. Kind of down the middle. And then we'll adhere it on there. Now these you can put on all of the little banner parts. I prefer using the regular adhesive just because I end up using way too much of the repositionable when I use it. It's super handy. It's super easy to use. I really like it, but it can get kind of expensive buying tons of refills for those. So I like to use the regular adhesive when I can. I'll put a little bit of repositionable on the ends because that's harder to get the piece on. Line it up. Center it down the middle. And then it really shows up against that black. Okay, the last part, if you want, is the bottom, the very bottom. This one is 2 7/8. So it's almost 3 inches. Okay, so this one's 2 7/8. We will adhere it to this one. Center it down the middle. It's only going to show about 1/8 of an inch on each side, which is what I want. I don't want tons of gold. That's the gold shimmer that I used on the base. Okay, there we go. There you have your border. Now, I don't have any more embellishments from that particular, or stickers from that particular paper pack. I have the new ones, but I want to show you again how these were actually from the Creative Memories website. I purchased the digital program of the stickers and the embellishments, downloaded the digital to my computer, and then uploaded it to my design space. And then that way, I then print and cut several more pieces. Since I ran out of the stickers, I still had the entire set of stickers in my computer that I can reprint using the print and cut from my Cricut. So here's a lot of really fun things that I had left over from the last time I did it. So I have Way to Go, Congratulations, Congrats Grad, New Adventures, I have balloons, I have Class F, so lots of fun things to add to it. I really like these balloons. So I think I'm just going to add a balloon here. And here I'll use the repositionable tape because I've got that little tiny piece of the string on the balloon. I'll just put it right here. Okay, then I can add Congrats Grad. Put that up here. Then I can add, let's see, New Adventures. This on there. The hat, New Adventures. Way to Go. Put that on there. There we go. So now I've got 3 little ones all stuck together. I'm going to put that adhesive, adhere that to the bottom area of the border. Way to Go doesn't show up real well, but that's okay. And now I've got it done. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? I love this new banner punch. So there's various things that you can do with it besides just using it as a plain banner across your page. So let me know what you think. Check it out. Check out my website. If you don't have an advisor, join my Facebook group if you'd like to see some other things and all the new products. And so thanks for joining me. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And each week, I will bring you new scrapbooking ideas for your scrapbooking projects. Okay? And remember, you can change up using any of the papers that you have to make these types of borders. Okay? Thanks so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.